Between 1911 and 1912, families living along the Southern Pacific Railroad line through Louisiana and Texas began dying inside their homes. The victims were black families. The attacks came at night. The weapon, an axe. At least 12 families were murdered. Only one person was ever punished. Her name was Clementine Barnabet, a young black domestic worker arrested after 6 members of the Randall family were killed in Lafayette. Police found blood on clothing in her room. Then came the confession. She claimed responsibility for multiple killings. She connected herself to something newspapers called the Sacrifice Sect, or Church of Sacrifice. Police arrested preachers, arrested suspected followers. The story became a nationwide nightmare, but the panic spread faster than the evidence. While Clementine sat in jail, Felix Broussard, his wife, and 3 children were murdered 76 miles away in Lake Charles. A biblical verse about inquisition for blood was written on a wall, along with the words, "Human, 5." Fear consumed black communities across southwest Louisiana. Ministers were arrested and released. Extortionists sold protective charms. One hoodoo practitioner promised to wire homes against evil. Clementine's own confessions were sensational and inconsistent. At trial, she declared herself not guilty of murder, even while admitting she belonged to the Sacrifice Sect. On October 25, 1912, she was convicted and sentenced to life. But the killings did not stop. Similar murders happened hundreds of miles apart. Some occurred while suspects were already jailed. Researchers a century later still cannot say whether all the murders were connected, or how much of the cult story came from frightened investigators and sensational newspapers. Clementine Barnabet was released from prison in 1923. What happened to her afterward is unknown. The most disturbing part of the case may not be the legend of a secret sacrifice church. It is that real families were murdered, while rumor, racism, and sensational journalism competed with evidence. Clementine Barnabet confessed. The murders continued, and more than a century later, nobody can say with certainty who killed them all.